This IP just screams nostalgia for me. Anytime I hear
Silent Scope
or that Konami attract sound, it takes me back to a time when local mall arcades were my favorite place to be. Silent Scope is one of those games that I feel got lost to time. When people mention light gun shooters, you often hear about Time Crisis, House of the Dead, and even older games like Terminator 2, Operation Wolf, or Lethal Enforcers. Much like Time Crisis 2, Silent Scope 2 was the first in the series that I played because that's what my local mall arcade had. 4 out of the 5 Silent Scope games had arcade cabinets that had a sniper rifle you could aim with, and if you look through the scope, you'd see a zoom-in image of whatever you were looking at. The premise of all 3 games were the same, give or take. Basically stopping a terror organization and saving the world. Similar to Time Crisis, the game ends when you run out of time or lose all your health, and they both deal with a reoccurring villain. Time Crisis had Wild Dog, Silent Scope has Cobra. Your score is based on how quickly and accurately you can make your shots. Don't shoot the nurses because they give you health, and never shoot a civilian. The first one feels rather generic and arcadey compared to the other entries in the series. It's your run-of-the-mill, rescue the president type story. But some things I did like was being able to select how you want to go about a certain mission, and having to adjust for shot trajectory in some missions was pretty tricky, but fun. Silent Scope 2 was the first, and I think the only game in the series that's co-op, allowing you and a friend to save the world together. This one overall had a darker tone to it, kind of feels Mission Impossible-ish, and almost like they drew some inspiration from earlier James Bond films too. But the atmosphere of that first level when you're dropping the enemy off the London Bridge is just awesome, and the soundtrack is damn good too. Silent Scope X, as it was called in the arcade, is a spin-off game of the series. Think of it as like Point Blank but with a sniper rifle. The missions are shorter, usually ending up with you taking out the last target while he has a hostage, and that means putting one right down Main Street. There's also at least one level pulled from a legit hostage situation, TWA Flight 847. Oh, and Mario is in the game too. Silent Scope 3 is the first and only console exclusive game of the series, and it has a story where you can actually save and continue from where you left off if you wanted to. Just make sure the autosave is turned on. And then there's Bone Eater, which came out in 2014 and was only in Japan, never came to consoles, and it's a huge difference from what Silent Scope was. It's a lot more anime inspired, and even the cabinet for it is a far cry from what they used to be. Bone Eater was also the last entry in the series. But back to consoles. Silent Scope was released on damn near everything relevant in the late 90s and early to mid 2000s. Dreamcast, Game Boy Advance, mobile, PS2, Xbox, and even iOS. If I had to choose which version is the best or most complete, it's a no-brainer. Silent Scope Complete is without a doubt the best way to play Silent Scope for console. You get all 3 games, and honestly, just a smidgen better graphics with this version. And if you have a CRT, definitely try to find the light rifle to go with it. It's one of my favorite light guns out of all of them. It had a sensor, so when you go to aim through the scope, the game will mimic the aiming. And it doubled as a shotgun too, which was really fun to use for House of the Dead 3. But if Silent Scope came back, what do I want to see? I've got 2 ideas. Believe it or not, I don't want to be rebooted as a rail shooter. I know they're slowly coming back, but hear me out. I think the series should come back as a third-person shooter, the emphasis still being on sniping. The setting should be in an urban environment, which will make it stand out from Sniper Elite and Sniper Ghost Warrior. The former is forever stuck at the World War II era, and the latter has stepped away from being a COD copycat and finally found its footing in the Russian countryside and forest. That only leaves the city, which is also the opening levels at least 3 of the Silent Scope games. In terms of premise, I still like being a part of some sort of counter-terror organization, and even the codenames Falcon and Jackal. And I think the game would benefit from an online and couch co-op mode too. I would like it to keep that overall darker aesthetic like Silent Scope 2 had, preferably taking place in the 90s and giving it some sort of grittiness similar to the movies of the time like Ronin. But if you watched any espionage movies from the mid to late 90s, you'll understand what I'm alluding to. Keep the nurses and some of that Konami humor they had in the arcade games, maybe as secrets in each level. And then option 2, just give us a remastered collection. Silent Scope 1, 2, X, 3, and Bone Eater. Updated graphics, leaderboards, online, split screen, PvP, and PvE. Put it on all systems and PC. I think this would be great on Switch too, especially with using mouse mode for aiming. I'd imagine it would be a smooth experience. In all reality though, we might have a better chance of getting Time Crisis 5 coming to consoles than we do getting a Silent Scope revival. But your man can dream. Do you remember Silent Scope? Which one was your introduction to the series? Let me know. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see y'all next time.